Hawaii winning the first game tonight, 25-15. The second game, 25-18. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match stats.
Well, the two most obvious statistics for the match so far are the kill percentage. Hawaii doubling up basically on Notre Dame, hitting 338. Their average about 320 for the year. Notre Dame's hitting 220 for the year, so they're well under their average. Too many errors and not enough kills. They only got 20 kills on the night to Hawaii's 33. And the aces to errors ratio, both teams, Hawaii with 4 aces, 4 errors, but you know, their aces are caught. Although all their other serves are causing what we call 2-point passes, so only 2 hitters are being utilized when they pass the ball beyond that 3-meter line. And the 3 errors from Notre Dame, all by their libero, Silva. So she's got to get it together. She had 3 errors last night as well.
Jane Croson is having a terrific night. Had 12 kills. She's hitting over 400, 435, I believe. Yeah. And she is just ubiquitous.
Yeah, we talked about how she can be absolute phenom one night, and the next night she'll hit like $130 or even negative sometimes. And she's got to be more consistent if this Hawaii team is going to go all the way to the Final Four, which I think they can, by the way.
You really do,
I do. Especially if they run the table through the WAC and they're non-conference games like this one. I really believe that they'll get they'll host the first 2 rounds. Their regional's already going to be here, so they're going to have 4 rounds all here in the Stan Sheriff Center. Their chances are pretty good, I think. The fans will take care of the rest and take them to the Final Four.
That's what Dave Shoji is no doubt thinking about, because of the fact that he is using the old team, the new team. Yeah. He's got all of these ideas buzzing around in his head of how to get at the right place at the right time after the regular season when he's going into the postseason, the NCAA playoff. So we begin the third game, or the third set. Hawaii leading 2-0, and no doubt they have pushed Notre Dame back into that deep, dark corner, where the only way they can win the match is take the next 3 games. Serving will be Silva for Notre Dame.
Tall order.
Dug up by Croson, Uiato, Danielson, Dealey. Ball comes over, and Sattelli trying to get that pancake dig. So Sattelli gets the start here in the third game. 1-0 Notre Dame. Silva serving again. Right there is Uiato as the ball comes over the cable. Danielson. That's dug up by Silva. Brindock goes to McHugh. There's Sattelli. Uiato to Danielson. Boy, Danielson, you can see she's hit 3 shots. The first one was like a test. The second one was, let's see, we'll try this one. And then the third one was just, I mean, a blister ball.
It's almost like she's saying, okay, enough rallying, let's get this over with.
Uiato serving, dug up by Silva. Brindock goes to Ulubwe. And Ulubwe able to get the kill. Here's Brindock from Rockwall, Texas. Serves it long. So we are tied at 2 in the third set. Serving will be Danielson. Dug up by McHugh, overpass, hit over by Hewitt, saved by Silva. Croson, that again is saved by Dealey. Uiato to Hewitt, pounds it off the block. Silva, Brindock. There's Croson. Good rally.
Look at a save by Lizzie Blake, just laying it on the line right there. She also had a terrific set during that particular rally.
Serving is Danielson. Well, you sit over by
Woodway can really be tough. She had 6-14 against Pittsburgh this year. Against Wisconsin, she scorched them for 10 kills and 15 errorless swings.
Blake to Uiato. Danielson behind the 3-meter line, dug up by McHugh. That ball is hit over by Dealey.
Dealey with the 6th kill of the night, just squeezes it between Satele and Hewitt.
McHugh serving. Blake, Uiato, Croson. Croson hits it off the block, but the ball comes spinning back on the tape and lands on the Hawaii side. Notre Dame by 2, 5-3 here in the 3rd. Serving is McHugh. Into the net.
One thing that Notre Dame can ill afford to do is take their own momentum away by serving into the net. That's what they did in set number 1 last night, and they're starting to do it here.
Croson, Hartung, Satele in the front row. Back set. That ball comes over, dug up by Danielson. Hit by Satele, and let's say a point will be awarded to Notre Dame.
Hartung, as she set the ball back into the net, giving Notre Dame the point.
Second time that she has been called for a net violation in the match. Alubwe will serve for Notre Dame. Notre Dame leading 6-4 here in the 3rd. Blake, Uiato, and Hartung. Solo block that time by Epping. So Hillary Epping.
I like this set. It looked like it was going to be a set to the outside. Instead, Uiato set it quickly. The 31 set to Hartung. Took a little chance there. I like that.
Alubwe tried to finesse it. Not enough. Didn't have enough fuel to get over the net. 5 serving 7. Satele serving for Hawaii. Hartung in the front row, along with Croson. Ball comes over. There's Silva. Sets up Dealey. Danielson, Uiato, outside Croson. That's blocked back. Blocked by Hauser. Hauser is really becoming a factor in this game. 8-5.
6'2" freshman. She's strong.
Hauser serving, and that ball floats out.
She's really strong. Notre Dame now has shot themselves in the foot the last 3 serves. They just get a good rally going, good terminating kill or a block. All of a sudden give it back with a service error.
Serving is Croson, dug up by Dealey. Dealey hits it off the block. Hawaii scrambles, can't get to it.
Find the ball! And very often the blockers turn around and they can't tell where the ball is when they blocked it. The back row is responsible there for yelling up, 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 and then the blockers will turn around and look up and hopefully find the ball.
Dealey serving, knuckleballs it over. Croson, Uiato. There's Danielson. That ball is dug up nicely. Ball hit by McHugh. That goes off Croson. Notre Dame with it. Hauser. Excuse me. May not be Hauser. Let's see.
Epping.
That's Epping. You're right.
Epping's done a pretty nice job of playing only 1 set last night on the outside, and tonight playing in the middle, doing a nice job. You're leading attack with 8 kills.
10 serving 6. Notre Dame with their biggest lead. And Hartung finally succeeds in getting it through the double block. So Hawaii trails by 3.
I think this is good for Hawaii to get behind like this and be tested, see how resilient they are when things aren't going their way, and the other team is playing very well.
Blake serving, dug up by McHugh. Brindock. That ball just touched over by Epping that time, and that was the wrong methodology. Hawaii was up double block, and it was easy to just knock it to the floor, headed by Danielson. Hawaii has a 2-point deficit. Serving is Blake. Gets it in, dug up by Silva, kind of shanks it to the side. Here's McHugh, that's off the touch. Saved by Blake. Chased down by Danielson. Croson gets it across. Notre Dame with the free ball. Brindock tries the dink shot, but Hewitt is there. Ball is hit by Hauser. And Hauser will be credited with the kill. Maeda with a maximum effort in the back row. Hawaii trailing by 3.
So the big question now is, can Notre Dame serve it in after they've gotten the point?
Serving is Silva, just over the net. Maeda, Uiato, and there is Hewitt.
I think that Uiato ought to set Hewitt every time on a good pass, even on a bad pass, once in a while, just to catch the other team off guard until they get their connection wired. Right now, Hewitt, 3 kills, 3 airs, hitting 0.
Sattelli back in the front row for Hawaii. Rindock. That ball is hit by Hauser and blocked back by Hawaii. Good triple block that time.
That was solid, right into the meat of Hawaii's block. I think Hewitt got most of it, but she's got Sattelli and Danielson right there to help her.
Hawaii serving for the tie, and it goes off the tape. Service error. Notre Dame with a 2-point lead, 12-10 here in the third.
A rare error from Uiato. Hawaii scores, I think, more points in that rotation than any other rotation.
Serving is Brindock. Danielson never really hit it over the net. So Notre Dame back out to a 3-point lead. Moments ago, Hawaii was closing in on the tie. Brindock serving again. Dug up by Blake. Uiato. Danielson. Not even looking at the ball that time was Silva. She gets it over. Hewitt, Silva again saves. McHugh, that's blocked. And the ball goes out. It hit the antenna off the block by Danielson. So it's a 4-point lead now by Notre Dame.
You see the ball hit Kanani's hand and then the antenna, point Notre Dame.
Prosen. Saved by Uiato. Prosen gets it across, but long. 5-point lead now by Notre Dame. 15-10. Notre Dame leading. We'll be back.
One of the reasons Notre Dame's leading 15-10 in the third here is because of their blocking. They've now got 7 blocks to Hawaii's 10, but they continue to be a force at the net. That time a block solo by the young freshman Jenny Hauser, 6'2" right side blocker there. She's tough to get around. She's like, it's like getting around a house. Get it?
Get it.
Hauser?
Hauser, you got it.
Yeah.
Takes you a long time, but you come up with something once in a while. Here's Uiato. Hewitt. Boy, Hewitt really hit that. That ball went off of Rindock. But I did get it.
Tuininga in the game now.
Tuininga coming off that injury. She did not stay in that front row long. Sattelli takes her place. Along with Prosen, along with Hewitt.
He's actually for one play, actually just to block.
Danielson gets it across, knuckleballs it over. Ball is hit over by Hauser. Here's Uiato setting up Sattelli. Lubwe with the save. Sattelli, Uiato. Sattelli again, off Silva. That ball comes back, but a double hit will be called on Notre Dame.
Well, Sattelli got the fresh arm there. She just unloaded on the right side there. A little tough for you to see on television, easier to hear it here in the arena. She just absolutely cracked that ball down the line.
12 serving 15. Hawaii trailing by 3. Step out, that ball comes over. Nice play by Hauser. Hauser now with 6 kills. She's hitting .250. McHugh will serve for Notre Dame. Dug up by Blake from her knees. Overpass ball hit down by Lubwe. Lubwe right there in the middle. So another mistake by Hawaii at 17-12, and Notre Dame leading by 5. And Hawaii just cannot make any headway to get back in this set. Notre Dame down 2-0 has put together a run here in the third, and they've been able to protect it against all kinds of attacks by the Rainbow Wahine. They lead 17-12 in the third. Lubwe comes back into the front row, along with Deely. Ball comes over Blake, Uiato, Satele pushes it off the block. That'll be returned. Alubwe hits it back over. And now Notre Dame leading 18-12. And Hawaii just seems befuddled.
We haven't seen much of that this year. In fact, we haven't seen Dave Shoji call the first timeout of any set this year.
McHugh serving for Notre Dame. Blake Owiato. Croson off the block, saved by McHugh. Brindock. That ball hit over by Dealey. And that's in. 19-12.
Notre Dame played some pretty good defense. Croson unloaded on that shot. And it just got dug by McHugh very easily in the back row.
McHugh again serving for Notre Dame. Owiato from Blake. Satele. Satele just nails that. That was a blur going by Silva in the back row.
There's the X factor, Chantil Satele, as Dave Shoji sort of evolves back into his September lineup.
13 serving 19. Hawaii trailing here. Step out. That ball pounded off the block again by Hauser.
She brings a lot of energy, a lot of power, a lot of size to this lineup, and a pretty good block on that right side.
Epping comes back into the front row along with Dealey, along with Hauser. Alubwe serving. Croson. That's blocked. Hawaii seems very predictable. And it is 21-13 Notre Dame, and they almost are making a mockery of the Hawaii attack here in the third set.
Hauser's lined up right on Croson. It's a good matchup for Notre Dame, not so good for Hawaii.
Alubwe serves at long point for Hawaii, 14-21.
And Croson, who went errorless for 2.5 sets, now has 6 errors.
Serving is Satele. Back up by McHugh. Brindock. That is Hauser again. Hawaii unable to solve it. Notre Dame starting to really close in on this third set. And it has been remarkable the way Notre Dame has dominated in set number 3. Serving is Hauser. Croson. Croson finally is able to hit it off that double block. Went off Hauser.
Actually, I think Hauser served it. Hauser actually rotated to the back row, and Croson was lucky. She wasn't matched up against her that time. She was matched up against
Epping?
Against Brindock.
Oh, Brinda? Okay.
Brindock was on the outside there. So I think Croson was feasting there. She finally got a smaller player.
Serving is Croson. 15 serving 22. Hawaii getting blitzed here in the third. That's in, an ace for Croson.
Well, 6 more of those and we'll be tied.
Hawaii trailing by 6.
Different location, serving area 5 there. Croson usually serves area 6 or 1. Another area 5.
A ball dug up by Dealey. Back set put over by Epping. Diving dig. Owiato gets it across. Advantage Notre Dame. Ball hit over by Epping. There's Maeda. And then ball hit by Croson from the 3-meter line. And it's 22-17. Notre Dame sees the momentum starting to leak to the other side of the floor, and they call a timeout. But it just seems as if the coach, Dave Shoji, wanted to see this, wanted to see how his team would react falling behind, and then not being able to catch up so many times. When Hawaii falls behind by 2, by 3, they make up the stagger very, very quickly. But here they're down by 6. They're down by 7, and that's a long way to go with very little wiggle room left because the opponent has 22 points.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but you gotta love the return of Emily Maeda to the lineup there. She had a crucial dig there, as did Croson in the back row. And defense is what Hawaii just basically feasts on. How they score a lot of their points is in transition. And Croson and Maeda coming up with big-time digs in the back row as Debbie Brown, the birthday coach, telling her team how to get 3 more points. By the way, she was quite a player in her own right, playing in the 84 Olympics, getting a silver medal. 1980 made that team, but didn't go to Moscow due to the boycott. But she knows her volleyball. She can play, and she's a great coach as well.
Then there's the story of Robin Davis, the assistant coach for Notre Dame,
Great story, yeah.
who was the head coach at Boise State. He had been with Debbie Brown for 5 years previous to taking over at Boise State. And now he is back as the assistant at Notre Dame. He said at Boise State, there were some promises made that were not kept. And so now he is back at coaching the Irish.
You know, it's interesting. He was immediately made associate head coach,
yes,
as opposed to coming in as an assistant. So he really paid his dues earlier. And now basically there's 2 head coaches on the floor right there who've got a lot of head coaching experience.
17 serving 22. It is imperative now that Croson gets this in. Big toss. It's in. Ball dug up. Brindock goes cross court to Deely. Brindock again. Deely. And it's saved by Maeda. Oyato. Croson off the block.
Little by little, the Rainbow Wahine sneaking up. Notre Dame with 1 timeout left. We'll see when Debbie Brown chooses to use it.
Croson with 16 kills. 18 serving 22. Still a daunting task. And Croson gets it long.
Nice run though, but now Hawaii's really going to have to play some perfect volleyball for these next few points.
Oyato outside to Danielson. Danielson took something off, almost palmed it over that time, and it worked. 23-19.
Good choice. The block was right there, set a little bit tight, so she had to manufacture a different shot.
Serving is Blake. Dug up by Silva. Brindock back set. That's a block by Hawaii. Epic.
Danielson and Hewitt ganging up on Epic that time.
20 serving 23. Could this possibly be a comeback here? Serving again is Blake. Back set. Ball is pushed over and blocked right back down. And again it was Epic. Epic unable to perform in that corner. Hawaii just closed it off to Volviera.
Exactly. It's 2 in a row for Danielson now. She basically got both those last blocks. As I think that, do you think that Notre Dame hears footsteps?
I think they do. Let's take a look at the Mid-Pac Petroleum leaderboard. Hawaii career kill leaders, Kim Willoughby, then Jamie Houston, then T. Williams, Lily Kahumoku. Kanani Danielson is now 5th, and Angela Ljungqvist is 6th on the all-time list for the University of Hawaii. But
notice that Kanani's 1 ahead of Angelica Ljungqvist. She just passed Angelica just in the last 5 minutes.
In the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's why you're looking at that. Yes. And she has 11 kills for this match, hitting 286. The point that you bring up, though, is very salient because Notre Dame had a comfortable lead. I mean, a comfortable lead. And now it's a 2-point lead, 23-21. Still, Hawaii has very little wiggle room. They've got to play almost perfect volleyball. But Notre Dame, no doubt, is thinking about it. Notre Dame is saying, we're down by 2. We had this 3rd game. And all of a sudden now, doubts are starting, perhaps, to creep in.
What I think is great about this, Hawaii being behind in the 3rd set, is that sometimes after September's over, Hawaii will go through the WAC season and they might get 1 good match from New Mexico State, and that can be it for 2 months. Then they got to go to the NC2As and be expected to play well in December. So I think tests like this are perfect in the middle of the WAC season. I applaud Dave Shoji and company, whoever made the scheduling, to get Notre Dame to come over here and play. It's terrific.
Terrible indictment of the WAC, Mr. McLaughlin.
Well, with all due respect to the WAC.
It's true. Serving is Blake, dug up by McHugh. Brindock McHugh, that is off the block, and that's a point for Notre Dame. And now Hawaii must play perfect volleyball. There's nowhere to go. They're back in that corner.
Credit McHugh. Lizzie Blake served her really deep. She took the ball deep in the corner and ran up and got a nice touch off the block.
Oyato. Danielson, tough angle. block was well formed. Alubwe was there on the block along with Brenda.
Come on, Shane.
22 serving 24. Everything must be perfect. No mistakes for Hawaii. And the mistake. The double block was up there, but right there also was Alubwe. And Notre Dame wins the third set 25-22. Hawaii got too far down, couldn't make up the stagger. And now Notre Dame is right back in this match, one step at a time.